Hello everyone, my name is Stephanie Lopez. I'm a developer education intern at GitHub this summer, and I'm excited that you're here at CSTA to learn about Git and GitHub Basics. Today, you'll learn how to create and use a repository, start and manage a new branch, make changes to a file and then push them to GitHub as commits, and open and merge a pull request. If you're unfamiliar with Git or GitHub, don't worry, this is the perfect place to be. This session doesn't require any experience in coding, using the command line, or Git, which is the version control software that GitHub is built on. So if you're completely new to GitHub or Git, this is the perfect place to be. All you'll need for this session is a github.com account and internet access. Without any further ado, let's get started with an overview of GitHub. GitHub is a code hosting platform for version control and collaboration. It lets you and others on your team work together on projects from anywhere around the world. It's a powerful tool for not only managing personal projects, but also to facilitate collaboration in your classrooms with assignments, providing feedback to your students, and giving exposure to industry standard workflows. Today, we'll teach you GitHub essentials, like repositories, branches, commits, and pull requests. You'll create your own repository and learn GitHub's pull request workflow, a popular way to create and review code. The first step in our journey is to create a repository. A repository, also known as a repo, is used to organize a single project. Repositories can contain folders, files, images, spreadsheets, datasets, anything that's essential to your project. We recommend including a README file with your projects, which is a text file that introduces and gives background information about a project. GitHub makes it easy to add a README file at the same time you create your new repository, as well as offering other common options, like adding a license file to your project. So let's create a repository. On the GitHub homepage, we'll navigate to the upper right corner to press the plus symbol icon next to your avatar, and then press the option that says New Repository. Next, we want to give our new repository a name. I'm going to name mine Hello-CSTA. Below the repository name, we also have the option to give a brief description about our repository. And below that, we can see that there are privacy settings where we can determine if we want this repository to be public, where anyone on the internet can see it, or if we want this to be a private repository, where you can select who views the repository and who can commit to it later on. Lastly, we'll select the Initialize this repository with a README option, and then click the green Create Repository button. And congratulations, you've just created your first repository. Now that you've created your first repository, let's talk about branches. Branching is the way to work on different versions of a repository at a time. By default, you have one branch named master, which serves as the main production branch. We use branches to experiment with new features and edits before committing them to the main production branch. When you create a branch off the main production branch, we're essentially creating a copy or snapshot of it at that given time. If someone were to make changes to the main production branch while you're working on your own branch, you can pull in those updates without affecting the main branch. Let's look at an example branching workflow. Suppose we're working on a website and you've been assigned to create a new feature. You create a new branch named New Feature from the main production branch to work from, where all the changes and edits you make will not interfere with the main branch. When you're ready to add the new feature to the website, you submit a pull request where someone from your team will review your code, discuss the changes, and then merge your branch with the main production branch. We use branches to keep bug fixes and feature work separate from the main production branch, and then when a change is ready, they merge the branches together. So let's create a branch. Let's navigate to the repository we just created and click on the drop-down above the file list that says Branch Master. To create a branch, we'll type a branch name. For me, I'll type readme-edits into the text box, and then press enter on your keyboard. After you've created the new branch, you should see a blue label at the top of your page that says Branch Created, along with the new branch name on the drop-down above the file list. We can also see a text window below that says this branch is even with master, which means that there are no differences between the two branches, yet. Next, we'll add some changes to our new branch. On GitHub, any revision or save changes in a file in our repository are called commits. Each commit has an associated commit message, which provides a description explaining what particular change was made and why to anyone viewing the repository. Let's make and commit some changes. On our new branch, let's click the README file and then click the pencil icon in the upper right corner of our file view to edit. In the editor, let's write a small description about ourselves. I'll type, "Hello, CSTA. My name is Stephanie and I teach mobile app development." After we're done editing our file, let's write a commit message to describe the change we're making. In our case, I'll write updating README. After you're content with your changes, click the green Commit Changes button. We're now able to see that the changes we made in our README are visible in our README-edits branch, which is now different than our main production branch. Now that we have some changes between our two branches, let's dive into the next step and open a pull request. Pull requests are the heart of collaboration on GitHub. When you open a pull request, we're proposing changes and then requesting someone from our team to review our contribution before merging them into the main production branch. Pull requests show the diffs or differences of the content from both branches, including subtractions that are shown in red and additions that are shown in green. Now that we've made a commit on our second branch, we can open a pull request. First, let's click the Pull Request tab and then click the green New Pull Request button. Next, we want to specify which branch we'd like to compare with the main production branch. Click the Compare Master dropdown and select the README-edits branch. After we've specified which branch we want to compare, we can see what additions and subtractions have been made to our file. When you're satisfied that these are the changes you want to submit, click the green Create Pull Request button. Next, we'll need to give our pull request a title and write a brief description of the changes we're making. I'll title this pull request Updating README and write Updating README content with an awesome description as our pull request description. Lastly, all we need to do is click the green Create Pull Request button below the description field. Now that we've opened a pull request, our final step is to merge the README-edits branch into the main production branch. To merge the changes, we'll click the green Merge Pull Request button to merge the changes, and then click Confirm Merge. After the pull request has successfully merged and closed, we can delete our README-edits branch by pressing the Delete Branch button. And now, if we direct to our main production branch, we're able to see our merged changes on our README file. And that's it! Woohoo! Congratulations! In this session, we went over a lot of steps, so let's do a quick recap. In this session, we learned how to create a repository. We started and managed a new branch. We changed a file and then we committed those changes to GitHub. And lastly, we opened and merged a pull request. GitHub and Git are not only great tools for personal project management, but they're great to use for your courses to encourage collaborative group work and to give feedback in an industry standard workflow. If you are interested in learning more about GitHub, or if you want to practice your knowledge on what you learned today, I highly encourage that you register for the Introduction to GitHub course on Learning Lab at lab.github.com. I'd also encourage that you watch our classroom videos to learn how to use this knowledge in your course assignments. If you have any questions about GitHub education, please visit education.github.com/CSTA to learn more about sessions at CSTA and other educational benefits we have for educators. Thank you so much. I hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your day.